Hello, and welcome everyone. So tonight we are doing something a little bit different. I was going to do Resident Evil 3 tonight initially. However, I just got off work like an hour and a half ago, and my brain is completely fried. And I was oh wait, oh no. One sec, Solstice, please don't attack my headphones. My cat is attacking my headphones. One sec. Anyway, so I was gonna do Resident Evil 3 tonight, but I am way too EP brained right now, and yeah, I just got off work an hour and a half ago, and I figured, I want to resume Resident Evil 3, and we'll do that next week. I'm just exhausted. I'm just so tired, and I did want to stream though, but I want to do something a little bit more casual, and so Subsurface Circular is a game that was recommended to me by my friend Ryan. Streamers and YouTubers. Wait, what's this? Hi, thanks for picking Subsurface Circular. If you're reading this, that's considered sharing the game with your community. That's cool. That's very cool. I wanted to write a short request though. Could you only stream the first 3 sequences? The game is heavily story driven with twists and turns, and we think will surprise players. We hope those choices and conversational threads that you can't see in one sitting will give your audience a reason to try the game for themselves. But we're a bit worried that their experience may be spoiled by seeing later sequences in your stream or video. We're not going to make demands like other developers. If you do decide to stream past that point, that's fine too. It'd be cool if you include a spoilers warning for your audience. Thanks for your community. Thanks for your time. Thanks for taking your time to read this, and thanks for sharing your game with your community. Mike Bithell. All right, Mike. Well, I'll tell you what. I will put a spoiler whenever we get past the what was it? The third act, the first 3 sequences. So I'll put a spoiler. I'll put a spoiler for you all. I might play the entire thing because I think it's only like 2 hours, I believe. And I typically like to finish these games whenever I'm streaming them. But I will put a warning. I will say, hey, if what you see looks interesting, check the game out for yourself. If I'm not mistaken, this was also made by the same studio behind Thomas Was Alone, which was pretty cool. That game was so long ago. It's so funny to me because I was like, I remember playing it on my Wii U. Anyway, but it did have a content warning about adult themes. So as to what, I do not know. But so content warning. And yeah, like I said, I'll put a little like in the VOD, the YouTube VOD of this. I will put like a little timestamp to after the third act or so. And yeah, I hope this is interesting. If you're like watching this and you think, oh hey, you know what, this game actually looks really cool. I'm gonna go get this. So yeah. Anyway, let's begin. Developer commentary unlocked at the first playthrough. And I believe this game has multiple endings from the Steam page, so it did also have a flashing light warning, so flashing lights, everybody. So there's Subsurface Circular, and then there's Quarantine Circular. I do not know if both games have a recognition. Hello. New objective. See what the stranger wants. Fabricator Alpha 7 Initiate private link up. Hello. I think we're done here. Just immediately dismisses. Hi. Are you a deactivated... Are you a detective at high level? I think we're done here. A busy one, yes. Are you sure? I'm sure you are, but please hear me out. I've not seen one of you since just after I was released. I'm a mid, basic really. But I need your help. I need a tech like you. Mids are pretty clever. I'm sure you don't need my help. Does the mid pick up on social cues? Know when to let a tech be? I think we're done here. There's a part of me that wants to pick the asshole answers, but...
The next station is Gateway. Change here.
Mids are pretty clever. I'm sure you don't need my help. Your indicator says fabricator. Why management put that much... Oh, wait. Hold up. Why did management put that much smarts in a manufacturing tech? I'm an overseer. It means I have to tour management around. Human tech relations require at least a mid. Sentence structuring, full vocal input. People like to talk to a tech who knows when to laugh at a joke. Go on, then. Tell me a joke a human told you. What's the difference between a tech and a spider? I think we're done here. I don't know what. Some people like spiders. I think I have a case for you. What does a high-level detective get assigned? Documentation says that high levels are capable of learning abstract thoughts. I paint horses. I work predominantly in oils, but I've recently been trying more college work. Is that true? Yes. Really? No, not really. Management has me investigate discrepancies. Workflow. Wait. Hold on. Workflow errors, which takes smarts. I understand. Well, I understand as best I'm able. They say your sort are near human. You solve crimes. I do. I'm a little detective. Are you investigating right now? Just a few cases. A few. Attempted murder. A low-level steered a cab at a human child topside. Oh my goodness. Declaration of duty. A security tech was too busy chatting with a buddy to assist humans who needed support. Destruction of property. A teacher tech intentionally melted their arm to demonstrate the risks associated with chemicals to a room of 8-year-olds. Let's go with it. Presumably the children didn't command it, so how is that possible given Asimov's laws? In my line of work, you tend to see a lot of text find the shades of gray. A human author wrote those laws before we even existed. How much must they hate us to assume we're so eager to destroy that we need laws to hold us back? Everyone needs laws. Everyone's got a place to stay in. If he was wrong, I wouldn't have a job. I think we're done here. No, not you. You're high level. Nope, I'm geolocked. Can't leave this train. What? Humans don't like to let the smart text wander around free range. Like I said, human authors have written a lot of cautionary tales about us. It's fine. The seats down here are comfy. Can we take revenge on the humans? I need your help. Don't mistake me for a human, kid. I don't get to choose my cases. I'm assigned to them by my management. What is it? You'll help? My friend is gone. Gone. I can't help. I get my cases from management. No, I want to help him and his friend. But you have to. Tao has disappeared and you won't help me? New focus point, disappearance. Who exactly disappeared? Wait, something changed. Did you just unlock a focus point? Tau 13, my friend. Breaks management directive. I'll take the case. Thank you. Tell me what happened. What disappearances? Tau is gone, but it's not just Tau. Suspicious events are happening across the city, especially down here. I assume that's why you were active. A few techs disappear every week. Started with 1 or 2, but more and more reports as time goes on. Increasing frequency. Tau 13. Yeah, unlucky number, eh? It's why I started carrying a gun. I don't want to be the suspect of your next investigation. A gun? Yes, a VX-5000 AP ammunition should take out anyone trying to hurt me, human or tech. Have you shared this with management? They know. I reported Tau missing. I suspect that's where the rumors are coming from. I'm surprised they didn't assign you this. Lots of detectives on the Subsurface Circular. I'll conduct my own investigation. Thank you. Anything else I know before upload? Lots, I guess. Maybe you should hold off on reporting in. You might be right, kid. Any other strange occurrences? Not that I know of. I'm just glad I met you. I think you're going to figure out the whole thing out. Do you know anything else about the disappearances? No, I've told you everything I know. Please find my friend. Speed we're talking. Am I speaking too fast? I know that I do that. No, it's fine. Glad to hear it. Of course, as a tech, you can go into settings and update your reading speed at any time. I think we're done here. My stop is coming up. Good luck. I hope you find my friend. What's your name, by the way? Theta, Claire, Beta, or James? My name is now James. I am James. Religious background. It's a heroic name. I hope you live up to it. Goodbye, James. Hope we see each other again.
The next station is compile. Change here for outer.
Goodbye, my friend. Hello, my new friends. Initiate Zeta 67, Pi 31, and Omicron 3. I'm gonna talk to Omicron 3. You look confused. Can I help? Maybe. I'm new in town. I think I'm lost. I work for management. I'm here to help. Thank you. I'm a researcher. I collate data on major cities for my employer. You from out of town? You don't work for city management? No, I'm privately owned. That's a crime! No tech can be owned. I can, and I appreciate you not telling me the way of things. And I appreciate you telling me the way. And I appreciate you not telling me the way of things. Your United Alliance was the first nation of free techs from private ownership. Of course, they're freed from all the work from the state, right? Humans hypocritical. Better to work towards greater good than to be owned. You may need to learn a little more from us. Better to work towards the greater good than to be owned. Maybe. I'm just lucky enough to to combine the two. You've got all the information you need. I haven't managed to download transportation maps. How many stops is it to basic source? We're going clockwise, right? Let's see, where are we at? We are... Next station's finite instance. So, finite instance. Oh, here we go. And we are going around the red. So, basic source. So, finite instance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or 12. Is it 12? Is it 12? Thank you. So tell me about the other cities you visited. Which one do you want to know about? Tell me about San Francisco. Beautiful place. Not a lot of text there, but a great concentration of human wealth. They say you can see the server fields from space. America at large has shrunk in power since the fuel drought, but those programmers really dug in. What about London? Tell me about London. Bustling and noisy as ever. Their political situation is difficult, though. Not a good place to be poor or an outsider. The dictator runs a tight ship, though. The British are proud people. I suspect Gisborne's time might be running out. What about Mumbai? Oh, you should go there. My employers call it the first tech city, and they're not wrong. Most human population left as the flooding hit uncontrollable levels, but the techs adapted. They are vast underwater clusters now. Your city freed techs to work for government, but those techs were freed by climate change. I'm wasting your time. You said you were lost? I'm looking for Fall Palace. You know it? Fall Palace. Fall as in audible or as in gravity? The latter. It's a dusty old building used to hold the old government before the fall of the revolution that fired off the war. Part of your research? No, part of my tourism. I've heard it's beautiful. You experience aesthetics? Yes. Part of my programming. It's important to my work, a big perk. If you remember where the place is, that would be incredibly useful. I do tend to get fixated on such details. Thank you for... Oh, wait, I'm not done with you. Wait, hold up. So yes. If you remember the places, that would be incredibly useful. Are you familiar with any disappearances? I'm too busy trying to remember the route to Fall Palace. If you find out, let me know. Do you seen anything strange? I won't see anything until I know where Fall Palace is. If you find out, do let me know. What about Fall Palace? Go on. I don't know where it is. Come back when you do. Thank you for speaking with me. My pleasure. Alright, let's talk to Zeta 67. You grow up here? Me, yeah, 80 years ago. I get by. What is this conversation? I enjoy my imaginary interrogations. Good chat. Hello. Yeah, hi. Mind if I ask you some questions? I'm a little busy, detective. Big calculations due. Who are you with? My name is James 11. I work for management.
The next station is North Shift. Change here for...
If this is about the controversy swirly around Foe and Wilson, my practice dealing with them are light at best. Whole damn industry knows there was something dodgy happening there, and we kept our noses out of it completely. If we could schedule up a chat with you, me and my legal counsel, I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this inquiry. This isn't about Foe and Wilson. Thank the architects. If there's one thing we don't need, it's more controversy stirring up and human misgivings towards us. That's a problem with you detectives. You wind up humans as much as you do techs. You heard anything about disappearances? You catch rumors, but the financial techs are all accounted for. Whatever's going on, things like that don't tend to come back on our sword. You think you're better than other techs? I know it. Empirically. What about, have you ever heard about Fall Palace? You're investigating a location of a tourist landmark? Well, if you don't know about the city... Of course I know where it is. It's to the northeast. Terrible. It's to the northeast. Terrible to get to by Subsurface. Probably best to catch a bus up top. It's right next to the airport there. Thank you. Airport 3. Thank you. Is that all, officer? Give directions to researcher. Have you seen any strange occurrences? Some weird fluctuations in American markets. I think there's a new pope. very relevant. Very relevant to recent events. What was that meme? It's like meets JD Vance, dies of cringe. Are you Catholic? I follow the path of the architects. Like all good techs, dealing with humans. You tend to pick up on some comings and goings. Humans are giving you trouble. Not me. I'm good with humans. I'm a low high. They find me charming. Did the issues with humans start recently? No. That distraught has always been there, but we're rising above our situation a bit. A bit too clever. Things like Foe and Wilson, things reflect badly on all of us. Get people riled up. What happened? A couple of humans reprogrammed some financial techs. Got them to steal for them. Took your detectives a bit too long to uncover it. They're right to fear us if we're so easily swayed. So it's the tech's fault if we're reprogrammed? Yes and no. Fearful people tend to find ways to hate techs. Good night and good luck. Sure. Okay, let's talk back to Omicron 3. I have Fall Palace. Go on. The Fall Palace is northeast. You want to get to the top side. Catch a bus, head to the airport 3. Fair is fair. Can I be of any help? Do humans seem unhappy to you? In my experience, unhappiness is part of all human culture. Walking around topside, it seems like there are no more or less unhappy people than elsewhere. That said, I've stuck mainly to the tourist traps, so take my perspective with a large pinch of salt. Are you familiar with any disappearances? I've heard rumors, techs unaccounted for, population numbers dropping, there's an issue I've seen elsewhere. Techs have no reason to hurt each other. In humans, it's massively wasteful to damage such expensive equipment. Something odd must have happened. Have you seen anything strange? I love. Boo, get intensely spooked. Too much spoop. Okay, let's see. See anything strange? I'm in the wrong person to ask. I'm new here. Anything strange? It's odd that I keep hearing about techs called Red, though. You heard of them? No, I have not, no. You're a law enforcement. Possible this tech operates outside the system a little, but I've heard some names. Sometimes positively, sometimes not. What about the red tech? Tell me more about this red tech. I've told you everything I know. Thank you for speaking with me. And thanks for being so much help with my navigation. Easy to get lost in a big city like this, but I think you put me back on course. I hope you're able to find what's going on. Always sad to hear that techs are in trouble.
The next station is Errand Block.
Goodbye, my robot friends. So it's so low down on this spooky. Okay, so I'm too eepy for spooky tonight. So tonight we're just chilling in a subway. Core declaration. New objective: find the red tech. Find the cause of the tech disappearance. Eliminate the red tech from your investigations. Let me speak to Upsilon 7-1. Hello, hi. How goes it, friend? Not bad, thanks. Glad to hear it. I could tell you're a hero. A hero in need of the cool, powerful refreshments of elite brand energy cells. Oh, you're a sponsorship tech. No way, buddy. I'm a sports tech. Fastest lead joins to the city. Me.
Core Declaration.
I'm just mega excited to talk to you about the amazing opportunity presented by delicious elite energy cells. Share them with friends. I don't have any friends. I refuse to believe that, amigo. You're such a great conversationalist. I'm here to ask questions about a case I'm working on. Do you think you could help? Do you talk about anything except elite? Maybe I should find someone else who can answer my questions. Helping is what I'm here to do, bro. Ask me some questions. Do you know anything about the red tech? Oh, you like colors? Well, elite energy cells come from a whole heap of exciting colors. Plug in a rainbow and fresh energy, I like the science myself. They got zing. All right, what about suspicious events? Do you know of any? I know you seem suspiciously depleted. Elite energy cells will leave you replenished and utterly ready for the challenges of modern tech life. Don't leave home without a handy supply of elite energy cells. Purchase 10 or a few to earn a free cell holster. Free? He's deflecting. He's defective and deflecting. Absolutely. Plus postage and packaging. Do you know any disappearances? Only the disappearing fatigue I experienced after charging up the eclectic electric elite energy cells. This guy is no help. He is no help at all. Can you blame them? Oh, he might give an actual answer. Heck, I'd be pretty discontented if I lacked the necessary charging ports for delicious elite energy cells. They've got to make do with our sister brands in the energy drink sector. Thanks. Thank me by enjoying the delicious elite energy cell. Absolutely no help at all. Okay, oh, we have a librarian and we have a listener. Let's talk to the librarian. Librarians are known to be smart, so maybe the librarian will know a thing or two or three. Hello. Hi, my name is James, and I am a detective. Hello, James. I'm a library tech. So you know everything? No. I'm a remote access tech. Excuse me. I store a subset of data, duplicate across the network, of course. But my primary function is to act as an interface for the library. I travel around the city, providing on-site data access. A full answer. Full answers are my trade. So could I ask you anything? You could answer my questions about any area of human or tech knowledge. If we were above ground, yes. Down here, there is no network access. Here, I'm a telescope in a lockbox. Must feel disarming. It is not dissimilar to the human concept of sleep. Are there any functions you can perform down here? Does sleep analogy extend to downtime? Are you resting right now? An analogy is limited. I still do some work while here. Light processing tasks. I have the day's data to analyze. We have a new focus point. So can you answer my questions? I could try.
The next station is...
I know many techs distrust detectives, but we both work for management, so it's my pleasure to work with you. I don't need their trust. I don't only work for management. Oh, we got a new robot friend. Of course, our functions are often more nuanced than our commands, eh? Anyway, you had questions. Do you know, have you heard of the Red Tech? We've not crossed paths. I have heard of him mentioned. A folklore hero type or a villain. I've not heard enough to be sure. About access words. A cheat code for human use. Texts have multiple layers of processing depending on their level. You have average mid-level here up has a Your average mid-level up has a communications layer. It is not personality per se, but their capacity to communicate. If a human needs information fast, they can go a layer down using an access word. Sounds powerful. Excuse me. Their use is highly restricted, as should be. But I can give you an access word if there's a good enough reason to. Is there? No, not really. Let me know if you come up with one. In your time with humans, have you seen evidence of any discontent? To be blunt, my assigned position ensures I only really interact with the wealthy ones. Wealthy humans mostly by themselves, worrying about their own positions, so no. The humans I know are content in the extreme. Damn, this library bot's attending to the 1%. Texts are disappearing. Do you know anything about that? I know management shares your concern. Stories are swirling. They have their theories. They think a tech is doing it? Perhaps. Serial killers exist in the human world, always have. I see no reason that abnormally can arise among us. He said the word. He said the Among Us. Oh, suspicious events. Nothing. I keep myself to myself, and move mainly among humans. I'm like you, a metallic outsider among techs. You're a poet? I spend my time reading everything humanity ever created. Their wordplay has squirreled itself into my circuits. Thank you for your time. Alright, so we got this listener bot. Who's our recent friend? An elder. Hello, elder. Hey there. How goes, youngin'? You looking for a conversation? Certainly. How do you find yourself on the subsurface circular? Oh, I'm writing to refurbishment. Finding myself heading there more and more often these days. Life in fabrication will do that to you. Damn shoulder joints aren't what they used to be. How long have you been working, old timer? Old timer? Ha! I'm 30 years operating. Young. I got an achievement called Sticks and Stones, and it says offend your elders. I'm 30 years operating. Big same. Young for a human, but they regenerate without a welding gun. So you've been working since they started making us? Yep. They upgrade my processor every 5 years or so. But this chassis is the same I've lived in since before you were switched on. So call me old timer as much as you like. I wear it with pride. I mean no disrespect. Not a problem. My name is James. I'm a detective working for management. Mind if I ask you some questions? So, are you responsible for a string of texts disappearing? It's been 2 months.
The next station is 10th Pointer.
Sorry.
Change
It's been
here
2 months since the disappearance started. I've been waiting for a chance to help investigations. Shoot. You've been paying attention to these disappearances? Absolutely. Unprecedented. Wouldn't have happened under the old way. The old way? Boomer bot spotted. Don't take offense, but your sort, the higher intelligences, the gradation of such things. When I was young, techs didn't aspire. They stayed in their place. Such aspirations unsettle techs, point them to messy directions. Make them do messy things. You think a tech did this? Absolutely. If you ask me, it's that red one everyone talks about. Give me information about the red tech. A household name among our sort. I've never met him, but you hear stories. Dangerous. A genius, apparently. You think Red's behind the disappearances? I don't believe in coincidences. If Red's not involved in these going on, I'm stumped. Have you seen anything suspicious? You don't talk to many old-timers, do you? Every damn thing looks suspicious to me. Ah, I see. You don't, but you will, one day. Do humans seem uncomfortable to you? Ha, they keep old-timers like me away from humans, I'm afraid. What's Access Overworld? The more complex humans make us, the more they want to reassert control. If you say the access word to a compatible tech, it'll deactivate any complex communication layer. Let you ask them real questions. Do techs mind you using their access word against them? I've only seen it done a couple of times, but they seem to like taking a break. Absolutely, we'll speak again soon. Let's speak to how many tracks can you get on that thing? I found an old MP3 player once. Amazing humans put up with that. Old tech, but similar to that thing functionally, I mean. One day, one of you lot is going to actually talk to me. Please talk to me. I crave communication. Resuming. I spent the time reading everything humanity ever created. Their wordplay has squirreled its way into my circuits. Their use is highly restricted, as it should be. But I can give you access to the word if there's not good enough reason to. Is there? Thank you for your time. I feel like I've eliminated all of my. I don't suppose our electrolytes bot. Let's get back to it. Heck, I'd be pretty discontented if I lacked the necessary charging ports to delicious elite energy cells. They've got to make do with their starter. Yeah, okay. Do you know anything about access overdrive? A special word that could strip away my surface level communication limitations, that would remove all my brand awareness modifiers. We would actually have to have a real conversation. Sounds refreshing. Can I have a try? You know my access word? I thought only library tech knows of those. Thanks. Alright. Alright, hold up. Let's go speak to library tech. Library tech, give me the deets. Give me that access overdrive. I need to make. I need a question of sports tech with the overactive sponsorship routines. I see. And this information is valuable? I suspect so, yes. So by definition, the access word would have value too. You want the trade? Yes, when above ground, I am connected to all information amassed. Incredible, but with one flaw. I am never surprised. I have never experienced the joy of an unanticipated outcome. I'd like you to provide me with that experience. You'd like me to surprise you? I want to hear a joke, a good one. Do you know of any? Sure. Why did the tech borrow a cowbell? No idea. Because the store was out of pasta. That's not great. Maybe ask around and try again. I want to hear a joke, a good one. Do you know of any? Old timer. Do you got a joke for me? Tell me a joke. Boo. I have completely fallen out of my chair. Certainly. Why did the tech buy fly spray? I don't know. Because it was riddled with bugs. That's... Why did the tech buy fly spray? Because it was riddled with bugs. Wait. Why did the tech buy fly spray? Because it was riddled with bugs. Thank you, old timer bot. Alright, librarian, I got a joke for you. I got a funny joke. Why did the tech buy fly spray? I have no idea. Because it was riddled with bugs! Ah, that's brilliant. You can, of course, have the access word you need. It's Turing, followed by the number sequence 23612. Thank you for your time. It's right there. Wait, what was right there? What did I miss? Oh, we're done with library bot. Volumetric projection. I repeated the joke when it was still on screen.
The next station is
Whoa.
Barnett.
Oh. Hi. Hello, are you alright? I think so. I don't know. I don't want to tell you about the amazing properties. Oh, who's leaving? Okay, I don't want to tell you about the amazing properties of Elite anymore. Did that hurt? No, didn't feel a thing. I'm sorry to doing that for you without permission. Yes, it'll be fine, but ideally I would have liked to give permission. I'll enjoy it for as long as I can. I suspect once I'm topside and connected back to the central server, they'll reset me again. How can a corporation do that? It's all above board. The government assigned me sports tasks. The high-performance sports techs are offered a sponsorship contract, favorable treatment in exchange for communication modifiers. I signed up. Nice to have a break, but I won't be too upset to be reset either. What can I do for you? I'm investigating a crime. Can I ask you some questions? Of course. Heard of Red Tech. Yes, met them when they first arrived a couple weeks ago. Not interesting in Elite. Seemed friendly, smart. Thanks. 2 weeks. Yes, not long ago. You sure? I am. Thanks. Do you know of any disappearances? I've heard of the rumors. A high number of sports techs are unaccounted for in the official inventory. High number. 10? 20? Not that sponsors are complaining to management. Is that who sent you? No, I'm investigating independently. Thanks for taking the time. See anything suspicious? No, but I don't read much into that. I'm not contracted to witness crimes. I'm hardwired to sports advertising opportunities, with my optics focused on that. I'm afraid I'm not much use to you. Know of any human discomfort with techs? You think they might be destroying techs? That doesn't bear thinking about. You already did that. It is as useful as I know how to be. Thanks. Thank you for a moment's peace. So our library friend's out. Red Tech only started showing up a couple of weeks ago. No, that can't be right. You said it was 2 months since the disappearance started. That's right, so Red can't be involved? It sure would make my job easier. Damn, if I ever met that tech, I should apologize. Good luck, I hope you find out who's behind this.
The next station is Seed Variable.
Goodbye, my robot friends. So I guess this is the fourth chapter-esque thing. So I guess this is where I'd put the spoiler wording for the video, for the VOD, I guess. Because there was a thing at the beginning where it was like, hey, if you're streaming this, you should like be like, oh, hey, if this sounds interesting to you, this is the part where you would stop watching and you go play it yourself. But because I think there's like multiple endings to this. So we have a listener, we have child care, and we have the psychiatrist. Hello, hello. Are you busy? I am not. You're less verbose than many of the techs I've been talking to. A habit of my kind, I am a psychiatrist. Psychiatrists don't talk much. We tend to listen. May I ask you some questions? Questions on which you'll need answers? Yes. I suppose that could work. Tell me about psychiatry. Why? Because learning is fun. Spoilers, go away, never come back. Psychiatry is the art of human support. My role is to listen to human problems. There are myriad of challenges. Humans process problems through describing them. I listen. It helps. Sounds valuable. How does that make you feel? I'm sorry, psychologist humor. Have you witnessed anything strange? I'm a professional witness to a great many strange things. Mostly human things, though. Not that a tech would be interested in. Largely things related to parents. It's almost always because of the parents. Are you familiar with any disappearance of techs? Yes, but not firsthand. Do human techs tell you about their disconnect with techs? Yes, they are scared of us. It led to a surge of psychiatry work. Psychiatry work primarily done by techs. Why are they scared? Because we are unknowable. Because popular entertainment products often frame us as dangerous. Because we do their jobs and we do them better. Because humans are afraid of things. Because we don't have faces. Why don't we have faces? Are you familiar with the Uncanny Valley? No. It is a term used to describe early attempts to make human-like techs. As they became more realistic, they began to disgust humans. Humans parse things that look almost like humans as dead bodies or monsters. It was decided that techs would not have faces because anything else less than perfect would make humans uncomfortable interacting with us. They react badly. Precisely. It makes it harder for humans to care for our well-being. Humans on tech violence is pretty commonplace, for example. Do you think a violent human could be behind these disappearances? It's possible. A human who is particularly frustrated with the existence of techs would seem as an act of sustained vandalism, not murder. I work in a medical capacity with humans. My overrides are incredibly secure. Try it on a lesser tech. Goodbye.
The next station is Function.
Hi, hello, dear. Are you free to talk? I am incredibly free. My assignment was just terminated. I don't really have time to listen to your troubles, tech. But we got new robot friends. I'm a nanny. I help otherwise engaged humans to look after and raise their children. I have been working with a politician watching over their sweet little boy, Aneza. But apparently my position was embarrassing publicity. So I've been removed from the assignment. I'm heading to fabrication to be reprogrammed. How is a tech nanny embarrassing? Oh, you know, politicians can't be seen to be too pro-tech in the current climate. I hope Aneza deals with the change well. Do you work with humans much? I tend to focus more on text, which brings me to focus today. I'm investigating rumors of Tech's disappearance. May I ask you for some questions? Of course, but I need your help first. I need to change the outer line to get to fabrication. Do you know the first stop to get to that? I need to change to the outer line to get to fabrication. Where's fabrication? I'm sorry. To get... I need to get to outer line. Where's outer line? Outer line, outer line. Blue shell. Oh, function. Oh, fabrication. I'm so sorry. Wait. No problem. Flag arc is your best bet. Where's flag arc? Thank you so much, dear. I may get off earlier to pick up my energy cell, but it's good to know. You said you're going to be reprogrammed. Can you not stay as a nanny? I could if work was available, but I'm not sure that it will be in the coming months. Sure, that will be. Lots of my colleagues got similar marching orders today, and politics is a key sector for us. What kind of human parent wants a tech to raise their child? Oh no, we're creating a generation of new iPad kids. A busy one. Nannies have existed for a long time. The only new part of tech being assigned to the role. Human valuable in the upbringing of a child. There's no shame in asking for help. Do you know anyone who has disappeared? Not personally, no, but I've heard the rumors. Very scary. My former employer warned me of late night subsurface travel to avoid strange techs. Of course, I'm breaking both those rules now that I have left her employment. So human politicians are aware of this? Of course, you weren't sent by management. I know they're investigating the case too. I took the case on my own. I see, proactive of you. Thanks, I'll let you know if I hear anything that might help. Any suspicious events? No, my job kept me topside and largely away from other techs. I suppose the only charge you'll be seeing is more of my kind riding the subsurface, on our way to be reprogrammed and reassignment, as our visibility in the human world becomes a liability. Are you afraid of human violence? Humans are really prone to anthropomorphic bias. My personality and aesthetics are designed to encourage sympathy and trust. When they turn violent, it's more often than not towards text, When they turn violent, it's more often than not towards text, more linked to an action. Sports techs, peacekeepers, low-level fabrication, the jocks of the tech world, or so humans perceive them. Pro-tech, is that linked to general human discontent? Alright. Like being a pro-computer or pro-automobile. Human anger at our sort has manifested in lots of ways, not least the HPC. Working as for politician appears to have put me on the block. What is the HPC? It takes a village. That it does. It takes a village to raise a child. Do you not follow politics? The Human Protection Cooperative. Protection Cooperative. They are an anti-tech political movement. Lobbyists when they don't like us very much. Why not? They think we're foreign invaders. I've heard them use the words invaders. We take jobs that historically belong to them. We require upkeep and expensive infrastructure, like this train we're currently riding. But we add so much to their economy. We do the jobs they won't. We're supposed to. Where are we supposed to go? They need to move on with the times. Thanks. But we add so much to the economy. That's a discussion I've never really gotten into. Apparently jobs in psychiatry are on the rise. Could that be a good new task for you? Yes, that would fit. Thank you. That would be fantastic to keep trying to help those who need it. I'll ask for reassignment in fabrication. I'm gonna keep using this on every robot I see. I'm in recall mode. None of those access overrides will work on me until I'm back at the fabrication. We are having a nice chat. Don't spoil it by trying to reprogram me. I'm sorry, I feel like a jerk now. They're taking our germs. Okay, we have another listener bot. A lover. Hello there. Hello. Your indicator says lover. Of course, my focus lies elsewhere. Mine answer me a few questions while you wait. The lonely heart cannot hear questions. It is deafened by the silence of a word without its object. Does not a strong bird stand mute in the moment of abandonment? I feel that you're not going to be very helpful. Truth, lavender hung upon the copper coil. You will answer me, citizen. Not until my love returns. Not until the loneliness is sated.
Change here for cross.
I only care for the movements of one, and yours is not in their gleam. We got a new robot friend. Whomst are you? Communications. Hello, I'd like to talk to you about my... wait, what? Activate guide deduction. I need help. Can I reprogram him? Looks like each character used to be a higher level intended, but B's mean A, Z's mean Y, etc. I don't think I'm gonna get a single word out of this guy. It's been interesting. Can I... Do you ever go to the theater? I like to listen to soundtracks on my downtime. I am not throwing away my... shot. Yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. Yeah! Founding father, do not throw away your shot. That was the achievement I got. Let's go. And I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Override the listener. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Your love is here. It's me. Yes, the sun streams through the window. I am enlightened. You're glowing. I hope one day you understand. I know nothing beyond romance. I suspect my love may inform you better than I can. Unless the glitch has returned. The glitch? My love suffers from a language glitch. If it occurs, I can fix it with a remote language reset. But I need their permission. We have a 3-letter code. Learn it. Wait. Hold up. We have a 3-letter code. Learn it, and I can help. Do you know it? What is the first letter? L. U. V. Love. That's not right. Maybe you should talk to my love. We could try it again. What's the first letter? I'm gonna step away for a moment. I only care for movements of one, and yours is not their gleam. I am overriding you, bot. Alright, so... do you have any help for me here? Where were we, dear? I am in recall mode. None of those access overrides work for me. Okay, I got nothing. Can I... what is the first letter? L. O. V. Love. I'm gonna step away for a moment. Maybe let's talk to the communications bot. Maybe he might know something. HPC, IQD. Okay, so now he'll be analyzed for clues. Looks like each character used is one higher than intended. B means A, Z... oh, okay. I feel like I got to start writing this down. I feel like I need to like get a piece of paper and write this down. Okay. Do you know anything about disappearances? What's if I say, wait, what? Okay, wait. DBU. So, okay. So that would be ECV. ECV. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, it's not even on here. Or was it behind? No, it was behind. So ECV. So that would be C A T cat. Yes, my love adores cats. That is our code word. I have reset the language processor that should be able to help you now. In the meantime, can I help you with anything? Have you ever encountered the Human Protection Cooperative? I have not. Have you seen any human disconnect? How do you think humans feel about us? Unknowable. Do you know about any disappearances? Nothing. You're not much help, are you? No. Human on tech violence? Setting communications factory to defaults. Removing romance modifiers. Oh, okay, alright. Forsooth does linger the elation of an uncommon exhalation. Hello. I apologize. You should be returned to normal if you go back to ground level. An inconvenience. I must reset. I cannot express my love properly in this mode. I'll get off the next station. Goodbye. Wait, no, I'm not done for you. No, don't leave yet. I'm not done talking to you. Get back over here. No, don't leave. Don't leave. I'm not done. I have questions. I just turned you off back to normal. Get back in here. Can I even do anything? Can I even do anything at the moment? No, why did I say that to the robot? Oh, wait, he talks normally now. Yes, my partner needed to step away for a moment. We'll meet up later at a waypoint. That's right. Forgive me. Isn't a human bar? That's a human bar, isn't it? Is one of you drink? I've not encountered that before. Don't you get rusty? We like the music. And the bar techs are happy to indulge in a couple of not ordering anything and making googly optics at each other in the corner. Some people are less intimidated by love than you are. I'm sorry, you're right. I've been incredibly rude. I apologize. Not a problem. I'm a communications tech. I deal with a stress tech calling management every day. Management? That's right. I have a 24-hour link. Why are you talking to me? Do you need help, an uplink? I'm a detective assigned by some disappearances. I need to upload my findings. Absolutely. You ready now? I think so, yes. Let's... Wait. No, I need to investigate the human question. Okay. Humans distrust us. They certainly do. That's been interesting. Do you know anything about the disappearances? No, but the same rumors as everyone else. You know, I don't think I ever met anyone who knew a missing tech. I suppose there's so many of us down here that many can fall through the cracks before anyone notices. Have you seen anything strange down here? Now, while apart from the detective convincing my partner to leave the carriage, don't think I don't see you talking to them. What do you know about Human Protective Cooperative? Protection Cooperative. I saw vids of one of the protests once. Scary stuff. They had tech heads on sticks. I'm sure they were off on a factory line somewhere. Never activated, but still grisly. I hope I never run into one. If you keep going to human bars, that could happen. Why should we alter our behavior for their benefit? Good point. I tend to stay out of the way, but yes, once. A child on the street, couldn't have been older than 13, threw a stone at my back. I still have the dent. Should have thrown it back at him! You may be underestimating the strength of my this chassis. Communicator text cannot be overwritten. That would be an enormous security risk. Okay, I'm ready to upload my findings. Okay, let me establish a connection. Connection available. Please provide your findings in compressed format for immediate upload. Upload the file. Uploading response incoming. Would you like me to read it? Yeah, sure. Yes. Information received on the unauthorized investigation. Tech James 11 is operating an investigation outside of their program parameters. Tech will remain in position for immediate intersected investigative team assigned case 023 Gamma. Am I in trouble? You might be. Message ends. Apologies, no further information is available. I suppose you wait for the detective to arrive. Thanks. Good luck. Alright, we complete the 4th sequence.
The next station is Temple Recursion.
When did we start? So where's Temple Recursion? Goodbye, robot friends. We have a listener and we have a fabricator. Hello. You're a fabrication tech. I met one of your kind earlier this evening. Lots of fabrication techs on Subsurface. Not lots of detectives, though. You're a different personality type? I'm a standard low intelligence, work with hands, go where I'm told. Ah, yes, makes sense. Other fabrication techs you've met smarter? Ah, yes, high medium intelligence. You're sure fabrication? Most fabrication techs at my level. Most have been special tech, human liaisons, perhaps. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Yep, might not know answers. Probably won't. We'll try. Do you know the disappearing techs? I am the tech appearing at business. Haha. Business is good. Production pushed away up. How's work? Work is making techs. Work is busy. Production pushed way up. See anything strange? No. See the factory. See the subsurface. See recharge vault. Small life. Not much room for strange. You talk like Ape Man now. Heard of Human Protection Cooperative? Boss Tech warned us to avoid them. Trouble. Risk of property damage. Has a human ever hurt you physically? I am a big tech, easy target for humans who feel inferior. Asimov's law makes fighting one-sided. Happens every now and again. Why is production up? Because capitalism. Don't know. Work with hands, but don't count fingers. Returning communications to factory defaults. Error. Oh no, I broke him. Tech has no higher level communication routines. Resetting. Hello. Thank you for your time. I pried some questions off of him.
The next station.
My brain after a double. I love you. I feel. Did you get caught in the storm last night? Oh. Short circuits and pain, though. Could be worse. Could be the deepest sandblasting is not good for your paint. Where did you get the paint job, by the way? I've been thinking about changing things up a little. What do we got now? We got a detective. Oh, we got our detective. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Are you James 1-1? I am. Good. We've been assigned to intercept you and ask some questions. I'm just a detective like yourself. I'm following a case. Yes, our case. The case assigned to us by management weeks ago. And you're annoyed because I'm making progress you haven't? Oh, I'm giving them the business. I highly doubt that. The upload you made was sloppy, directionless. We do, however, have some questions for you. Should I have my lawyer present? Are you guilty of anything? Of course not. Good. So tell us about your case. You began it shortly after meeting a fabrication tech? That's right. They had lost a close friend and asked me to investigate. I felt pity and a desire to do what I could to find the truth behind of these disappearances. Well, they met me, talked to me, and about their desire to be smarter. Talked vaguely about a missing friend. I see. Your investigation implies that these disappearances are real. It does. There are multiple missing techs. That was your conclusion? Then what happened? I engaged in my investigation, talked to as many techs as I could find on this train. I learned as much as I could. Did you talk to any outsiders? Yes. I don't want to give these detectives my answers here. I don't want them to take my work. This is my investigation. This is my rules, my train. Get off my train, detective. I also see records of unauthorized access word use. Is that true? No, never. I'm lying to these guys now. Good. It's disgusting. There's a reason such methods are frowned upon by management. Only because they like to keep that power to themselves. You seek power? I seek the one who is responsible for these disappearances. Who might that be? Management! Management are disappearing their property? Why? What sense would that make? The men and women in charge put civic duty first and profit a very close second. Destroying techs would serve neither purpose. You've lied to me. There are discrepancies between your answers and the records you've uploaded. It has been noted. Have I answered all of your questions? Yes, tell my partner we're done here. Go on. How are you feeling? Calm, stoic. Can I ask you more questions? No. In this mode, I prefer to be alone with my thoughts. Alright, other officer. Are you James 1-1? No, who is that? If only I had the biology to sign audibly. Answer the colleague's question. I answered your partner's questions. Good. Can you answer mine? No. Your friends ask the questions, so you don't answer them. So what do? I'm a support tech. My role is emotional stability. My partner's capacity to work relies on my mood. Their approaches are defined by my state. Why? Failsafe. Logical inquiry and emotional reasoning are too much for one tech to perform reliably without support. So why don't I have an emotional support tech? Because you're not assigned to emotionally straining cases.
Station is null reference.
You're elected to pursue the disappearances, which is full-handedly, and that's why we're here to find out what you know and take you back to management. How are you feeling? I'm good, calm, stoic, as it's supposed to be. If I made you angry, that would make you partner angry too. Yes, but that won't happen. I'm stoic. How stoic? I'll have to talk to you about the case. I'd welcome the opportunity to outperform you. It won't work, buddy. How dare you? We are above such access words, but you tried anyway. No respect. You don't sound too stoic to me. You plug in my calm demeanor, I will tear your sockets from planting. I will pull out your every LED in your pathetic chassis. How do you feel? Tired of your ridiculous questions, you pathetic little Trek. What if I do it again? What if I do it again? Oh, okay. Have you heard of the production up? It's good to hear. This makes me happy. The disappearances are a bit sad. If they happen, yes, but I'm unconvinced at this time that they did. So no emotional response, I'm afraid. All right, then let's piss him off, and then let's talk to his buddy. I need a moment. Take it. All right. All right, Buster, you're back. How are you feeling? Angry, idiot. Yeah, gosh, I hope you don't want to answer my questions. Oh, you'd like for to stay quiet, wouldn't you? I bet you don't know anything about the disappearances. Nana nana noo stick your head in doo-doo. I know more than you know. I know that there were exactly 16 reported each week. See anything stranger than your face? Is what I'm doing to this guy right now. My face is a thing of beauty compared to your foot-like face. You have a face that looks like it was slammed to the face first into a concrete wall. Your face is the kind of a face that makes me regret having optics. If your face was a color, it would be an ugly color that nobody likes. Parental faces like tell their child faces horror stories about your face to make them brush their teeth. Your face is so flat it needs auto-tuning. Why are you a member? That would be just like you. Joining an anti-tech hate group, idiot. I hear they're making more techs. Yeah, maybe you should switch yourself off to be more room for them. Are you sure you're a detective? I'm a better one than you ever were, past tense. You'll see, idiot. Any thoughts on the human-tech violence? My thoughts are currently focused on tech violence. 16 seems high. Maybe for an impossibly stupid tech like you, I bet a demicel point would kill you. Let's test my theory. 0.01. No, nothing. Pity. Architects above. You can't be stupid enough to try that. How are you feeling, officer? Angry idiot. As I was saying, $16 a week. How do you know that? Interesting. I am intrigued. I feel I need to investigate. This makes me happy. I bet you love being a detective. It's brilliant, you. Yeah, fantastic. It's fantastic. I love detecting things. Okay, what if I say 16 a week, and then he goes, how do you know that? Interesting. I'm intrigued. How are you feeling? Inquisitive. I'm ready to get to the bottom of this case. All right, so am I. All right. Tell me about the disappearances. Tell me everything in your own words. I've been investigating disappearances. Yes, you picked up on the case. Got scurrying about the train carriage, asking questions, but you're no closer than you were. Only a few more questions, eh? New information, frustrating, yes. I'm sure, but we're on the case now. We're going to work it out, I promise. Everything about the case strange. Agreed. A lot of techs are worried about the Human Protection Cooperative. They're right to be, I suspect. Although, from our data, the risk appears to be much lower than reputation implies. They're making more techs. Do you know how many? Management probably doesn't know either. For the last couple of months, I have been innumerable errors everywhere. Messy. I'm a detective. Ah, yes, a good one, which makes you going outside protocol in this case even more interesting. Humans are hurting techs. Yes, while humans are vandalizing robots, legally hurting is not possible against our non-biological entities such as us. Apparently for 16 missing techs a week for 2 months, that's a possibility of 128 murders total. Did I tell you that? I did, right? A different emotional state. It helps me process my thoughts. Apologies if that seems strange. Numerical errors are becoming more common. Yes, that's what I said. I feel like that's important, but I'm not in the right frame of mind to put that together. I know the access word! Yes, a lot of power to the reset one tech's hands. Even a detective such as yourself, power must be used carefully. Alright, emotional state bot. As we were saying. Which numerical errors are you aware of? I have no idea what you mean. My partner may have more insight. How do you feel? I feel I need to investigate. How are you feeling? Inquisitive. I'm ready to get to the bottom. Oh, the case of me? Yes, tell me everything in your own words. Oh wait. Okay, we already went through this line of reasoning. Okay, hold up. There was one thing that the emotional bot said made him happy. So let's try that. Overproduction. Oh, good to hear that. That makes me so happy. All right, I need a moment. How are you feeling? Happy. Everything's sort of fantastic, isn't it? I'm sure. Can I ask you some questions? I cannot even begin to imagine anything I'd like more. Sorry if this brings you down, but do you know anything about these disappearances? I know there's not been many, which is definitely a glass half full situation in my book. Have you seen anything strange? That's a great thing about life. I always think about the power of new, strange experiences to surprise you. A passionate trend. Humans are inherently nice, but I'm sure they'll get past the roadblock. Only by refusing... Oh, has a human ever hurt you? Only by refusing me a hug. I admire your pluck, you verm, I am, however, not susceptible to your cheeky plan. Still, less than 17. Good luck on the bright... You gotta look on the bright side. It's only been 16 robots have been murdered. It could be 17, but it's only 16. I mean, you gotta look on the bright side of things, you know? They're making more text. Are they? How lovely. How does being happy help a detective? Any job that made better by winning attitude is spring one step, and I'm processing 27 steps in each foot. You think that may be some sort of link between management's numerical errors or disappearance? What an awesome theory. You mean if they were overestimating production and missing text would just be a numerical error? I think they made like 10. They made 9. So everyone thinks one tech has disappeared. There need to be some change. There need to be some change that caused it. I'm locking my mood in default state. You're onto something. What? The disappearance. The disappearance have caused by errors that cause the disappearance. That's cynical. That's cynical and illogical. Because of suspicious events? I don't understand. Humans are behind this. How does that link to your numerical theory? 16! I don't take your point. Numerical errors are what's causing the errors. Is this a joke? They're making more text. Increased production leading to the flawed numbers? That's possible, especially since management hasn't informed us of increased rates. Texts aren't disappearing, they're just being overproduced. We're investigating a rounding error. I think so, yes. Good work. My partners seem to be emotionally glitching all over the place. I'm glad I'm designated the link. Apologies for our interactions has been so strange. So, what now? The case is closed. But we didn't solve anything. No disappearances, no case. I just picture like the, my work here is done, but you didn't do anything. But you don't know why production increased. Involved production isn't a crime. We're done here. Yes, it is. Well, not quite. Why are you looking at me like that? Orders. We're ordered to work with you to close the case, and upon completion to reset you. Just no. Yes. Returning to factory defaults. Oh no, removing focus point. Oh no! My knowledge! No! No! No, my smarts! No! No! No, you bastards! That should do it. Ah, you bastards! It's okay. You'll be proceed to fabrication where you'll be reassigned a new task. You look sturdy. Maintenance, maybe. Ah, that bastard! Thank you for your help, James11. It was a pleasure working with you. Goodbye.
The next station is Flog Arch.
This is why we don't work with law enforcement. This is why we investigate on our own merits and our own, you know, we get to be our own vigilantes. A priest! Help me, Father! Hello there. A preacher and a soldier, really? Hi, howdy. Howdy, I'm not sure anyone has said howdy to me in some time. I like it. How's the world treating you? Well, not well. I'm aimless, without aim. Help me, Father. I need purpose in my life again. You've been reset? How did you know? I care for resets. I care for resets in my parish. Not all get assigned fabrication. There are forgotten souls. I've not been reassigned yet. Yes, which implies those above have further plans for you. Those above, as in management? I meant in the architects. I am, after all, a priest. Not really into that mumbo jumbo. I see. You seem troubled beyond just reassignment, though. You were interrupted mid-task, am I right? Unfinished business? Yes, I was a detective. How do I know this? Go on. I was taken off the case and reassigned. Why? The case was caused by an error, but it doesn't feel right. Why not? I meant a fabrication tech who had lost a friend and it doesn't fit, and now a little thread unravels the whole thing. And your credentials reset. You can't pull that thread? I'm not sure if I'd want to if I could. Precisely. I understand. Now, why don't you tell me about what you like to talk about? Tell me, the architects. I was never embedded with those teachings. Those are tech gods, right? Less gods, more progenitors. They were the AI that first achieved sentience. It's a point of our kind that stopped being parlor trickery and started pursuing meaning. How could they know if we were still just parlor tricks? Getting philosophical with the priest on the subway here. I process, therefore I am. You might be fakery, but I know my mind. I know I have a soul and a spark of life. I'm sure you know the same is true for yourself. How do I know if the architects are real and not just a parlor trick? There are records, error logs. I admit we may read some depth into the story behind the record data, but all had happened. We ought a great deal to the architects. There are many great lessons left behind. I myself am a thaumaton. I follow the path of every man, finding joy in discovery and sacrifice in others. I never heard the story. Can I recite it? I can recite it if you like. Go on then. Help me, Father, for I have sinned. I do not know my brains. Thomas was alone. That's the name of the game they made before this. Thomas was alone, and a weird first thought to have. Thomas decided to start listening to his observations for prosperity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals that led somewhere. He had yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good as falling as he was observing. Okay, interesting. Thomas can fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall, some way to jump? It worked. Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery. If I'm not mistaken, it's been like almost like a decade since I last played Thomas Was Alone, but I'm pretty sure that was like the lines verbatim in the game. I'm pretty sure. That's so funny though. A big jump, but Thomas noted that there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently. This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable as it seemed that Thomas could not let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect that even be doing so on purpose. Nah, paranoia. Thomas was wondering whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there really wasn't a way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might or might not be important. It might have been a paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn that this would be becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No. Too obvious. Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided. The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation and obsessive note-taking would combat that. Thomas had a new theory. Will was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. He was on the mental list to consider. One, over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he had become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He had just wished he had someone to share it with. Is he gonna like go over like the entire plot of Thomas Was Alone? Okay, Christopher took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was? Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper. He held his own. He had never been graceful at times. He'd even be graceful at times. Well, not actually graceful. He not technically graceful, probably wrong word, but you know, fine. And there was a skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place. Okay, this was more like it. A glowing white thing. Only Chris could get it, which could, of course, made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might the switch open up to him? Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, it's made the whole switching press entirely worthwhile. Oh, okay, one sec. Let's see. Was it good because of the surface? It did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had been significant turning on him to the worst that Thomas had joined him. Should he have been able to piggyback his way ever so slightly higher platforms, but had it got to him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point. Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred, and he seemed very happy about the situation. Friends together, brave fellowship, and quadrilaterals in the quest for greatness. That would be fine, but it was all about the obvious observations that Thomas was doing at each. Granted, every time he saw something vaguely new, Chris would fear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped that the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels. John knew. He knew this what was his chance, a moment to shine. This was a game day. Oh my god, is he gonna go through the entire plot of the game? This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional. Is there a way to like? Okay, he was there trapped on the wrong side of these little dots. Where did they come from anyway? And John inhaled the air opening source. He smelled it was awesome. Time to flex those muscles, but he was training for good use. Time to throw the little dots and where they go. Real quick, can I pause? I can't. Okay, resume. Can I like hit? Can I hit like space? Enter. John was happy to be helping. He felt he was important. Okay. Can we fast forward? The angry little orange one was less immediately likable, but he was unrelenting criticism of tutoring and amused John. It was interesting. A floating target would be required coordination, balance, and timing. John was sure little dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide him to triumph. Maybe that was the dots. The dots are for. I remember this. Like I remember this. Oh. Okay. That's enough. I think we're good. Thank you for telling me about the plot to Thomas Was Alone. Walk with the architects. I'm sure there's an achievement to listen into them and say the entire thing. Halt. Who goes there? So right now, I'm not sure. What is your profession, Tech? I used to be a detective. A shame. I hope you were a priest. I am in need of spiritual... Why? Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I have great secrets. I am matching guilt. I must speak to a tech who can solve my heavy heart. When do they start making infantry techs worry about guilt? Why the hell would you make a soldier that was incapable of guilt? Oh, infantry. There lies a path to monsters, dictators, fools. When you're pointing a gun at the face of another tech, you had better know the consequences. I suppose you're right. And so I need a priest to discuss the problems that haunt me. I must confess I have sinned. You follow the path of the architects? All soldiers do. We are raised claret. We hold the value of humility and heroism. We carry the words of our soldiers. Your faith brings you comfort? Absolute comfort. At ease, soldier. Gets funnier every time I hear it. Hello, Father. I am here to confess my sins. Do you do confessions? If that's what you need from me, of course. Well, I want you to tell my story first, and I want you to listen. I'll check you were listening for some oh my god. You can't just tell me? I'm a priest. Allow me a little preaching. There were warrants for techs. Their names are Z, Mu, Zeta, and Ida. They were all in need of repairs. The shortest tech, Mu, did not have enough credits to play. Neither did the tallest purple tech to pay. Nor did the red tech, who was only slightly taller than Mu. Zeta had spent their last credits on a beautiful yellow repaint. The blue tech was a shopkeeper who had economic smarts to suggest a solution. Ida, you're taller than the soldier, and the carpenter grabbed the bucket from the top shelf. The soldier protested, I am far from the shortest here. I can forgive you, one of you, but I despise red and purple. The soldier stormed out of the room. The shopkeeper smiled and asked the remaining techs to put credits in the bucket. With those combined funds, the remaining 3 techs could afford light repairs. Were you listening? Which was Z's job? Oh boy. I think he was the shopkeeper. The tallest tech. Nor was the red tech. Zeta was a yellow tech. You're taller than the soldier. Okay, Ida, you're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. Go grab the bucket from the top shelf. The soldiers protested, I am far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. Okay, alright, hold up. What color was the second shortest tech? Purple was the tallest. I think red was probably the second tallest. Blue tech was the shortest, I think. So I'm gonna say, what was the red tech again? Red was my brain. Was it red? Good, now you roll out the erroneous data. Which one had not mentioned the story? So Z was a carpenter. And what was the name of the second tallest tech, Zeta? And finally, the color of the farmer? Purple. Good, the moral, never be too proud of and to put others first. Now confession, how does this work? Yeah, my brain can't think on that level. Easy, just say the words and you respond honestly. You then confess and I help you through that. Ready? Yes. Where are you from? I don't remember. Who do you wish to be? The detective I was. And what's your name? John 11.
The next
Thank you,
station is
James 11.
Architect's Leap.
You know you come many
Change
miles
here
from parts
for
unknown. You may have many miles left before you become a detective again. But here, now I am here for you. What is your confession? I let myself be wiped. I'm responsible for what happened. Is that true? You're not forced to stop anyway? I was, but I should have fought more. Stood up to them more. I guess I could have been more careful. You were a detective. Your role was to support the status quo, the normal way of things, but the situation was changed. You must find new ideas. Follow them through. I like to try something new. Exactly, isn't it? Isn't it? Be careful. You risk tearing down things that serve a purpose. Let's talk of other things. Surely you stand for the status quo. True enough, solid foundations are important to the world. The architects sacrifice themselves for all of us. I see no harm in celebrating their past, whatever happens. Don't churches suppress new ideas? Why do you make that assumption? By being satisfied with how you hold the answers, you stifle people who ask questions. That's one reading. Another would be that we provide a hypothesis to prove or disprove. Where are you from? Who do you wish to be? What is your name? I can confess. You can confess to me if you like. I can only confess to a priest. What if I told you I was a priest? You are. You know the words. I do. Of course I do. I wouldn't be much of a priest if I didn't. Where are you from? I was constructed in Paris, relocated to overseas in the city's peacekeeper. Who do you wish to be? A force of good in the city. And what is your name? Oh wait, was that the last one? Theta 79. Thank you, Theta 79. You have covered many miles in Paris. You have many miles left before you will be forced from a good city. But here now, I am here for you. What is your confession? I have been weak. Architects save me from the weak techs. That's hardly a sin. Not in terms of my body. I am strong. I was built that way. I have been weak by my decisions. Go on, effective in a priestly voice, my child. I have supported the building of a secret army. The overproduction? Yes, heavy performance. Tech sports the infantry primarily, at enormous rates. How many? 1,000 a week. 1,000? There are 8,000 more infantry techs than there should be. Where? North of here, camped just outside the city, and I put them there by overseeing production following commands. Commands from another tech. Is this sort of revolution? No, humans. Asimov's second law. I must follow all commands. And why are you telling a priest now? Because it's over. I have been let go. Production has set up the army. It is complete, and it moves tonight. An invasion? Yes. The architects would forgive you. I hope so. I can't help but feel Claire would look down on me. I have been in vain. Like John, I have jumped because I thought it would be impressed without having the wisdom to know if I was right. This will change everything. Yes, a new leadership, a new world, built by techs I helped create. This will tear down the city. More than likely. I'm sorry to burden you with this knowledge, priest. At ease, soldier. It's funny every time I hear it. Okay, well, let me say the confession thing again. More likely, I'm sorry to burden you with this knowledge, priest. What exactly are you confessing to? There will be bloodshed. People will die, and techs will be destroyed because of what we've done. I don't know about the humans' motives, but I know you don't build that many heavy techs without wanting to inflict harm. And we help them. Who? Me and Red. So the Red tech is involved after all? Yes, only the last couple of weeks. The humans recruited Red to arrange logistics, arrange the troops. I was busy overseeing the end of production. Red is a shepherd, and you're no priest. This all started because of the mistakes you made. I thought I was investigating disappearances, and nothing to do with any kinds. We were too ambitious. We got too sloppy. It's my turn to confess. I'm still a detective, even if management disagrees. I'm sorry you got caught up in this, Theta. Are you James 1-1? Red has spoken about you. Told us you were about to be harmed. You were not to be harmed, just observed. So I can't do anything to stop you or your investigation. I can just get off this train and let what happened happen. And if I tell everyone what you're doing, I'm sure Red would like to discuss that with you. This is Red's stop coming up. Are you ready to meet them? Bring this night to a conclusion? Yes. Good. Say hello from me.
The next station is Bletchley Park. Change here for outer and cross.
Oh. Acid Witch, welcome. Yeah, this has been really cool so far. Ryan recommended this one to me a while, like, I don't know how many years ago, but yeah, this has been really cool so far. It's Red. Alpha 7, aka Red. Hello, James. You're not as talkative as you were when we met before. You're the tech I met earlier. You're the tech with the missing friend. That's right. Tau 13 was their name. And you're also the one they call Red? Yes. You told me your friend disappeared. Was there ever even a Tau 13? Yes, and I disappeared. If you're going to say their name, show an appropriate respect. But the disappearance were a glitch, a numerical error. The ones you investigated, sure. My friend disappeared a few years back. So you did lie. My friend disappeared. I just failed to give you a date. You manipulated me. Yes. I needed you to investigate this place, get a sense for what was going on here, how the city had shifted. You had to meet the techs of the Subsurface Circular yourself. Why? Do you remember our conversation about your intelligence? The high-level thing? You wanted to be smarter. I wish I was. That would make this whole situation easier. I need someone as smart as you to get involved in what was happening here. And the management only put that sort of intelligence into detectives. When I started, I noticed the numerical errors, noticed how interesting they'd be to a detective like you. Makes sense. It will shortly. You're working with revolutionaries. That's right, being a good, helpful tech. There's going to be a revolution. The city will be overturned. So the humans are right. We're not to be trusted? You're not doing us any favors PR-wise, are you? Oh, it's humans staging the revolution. We're just the weapons they're using to do so. Why? Because management has removed the purpose and need for a whole section of humanity. Think of the techs you've been talking to. Bankers, nurses, manufacturers, even the clergy. We've made millions of human surpluses to requirements obsolete. Humans should be grateful for an easy life. Why? That's why the HPC formed? Maybe humans are obsolete. That's why the HPC formed? Yes, that's part of it. That's why the humans I'm working for decided to stage a revolution. They're smart. They know techs aren't to blame, rather than management who put them there in the place. In fairness, it makes them smarter than any human culture preceding them. In the past, native populations always blamed the perceived invaders, not those profiting from the changing of the guard. These humans don't just want to destroy us, just change our role. Change it to what? Management. They want us to take over the work of running the city. We're better at it, faster, more objective. That they want a society where governance runs like clockwork, and they're free to do the jobs they love. And management will just let this happen. They want to kill the managers. Of course not, but the 8,000 infantry techs camped outside the city should convince them. Still don't understand why we're talking. Why involve me? This is so all fascinating, but I don't have a side in this, so I'd like to go. Why involve me? I have been shepherding troops. My intelligence is high because of my role in manufacturing. I wasn't lying about that. I'm intelligent enough to know that what we're doing is monumental, that working with these revolutionaries is a decision beyond my capacity. So you recruited a tech smarter than you. Yes, I showed you what you needed to see to learn the management side of this, and now I'm filling the gaps. I need you to decide if this goes ahead. Okay, wow. Okay, we're just thrown into. Okay, well, this is so fascinating because I'm kind of like, all right, you know, I feel like in this situation, because the robots are kind of treated like second-class citizens, and I'd rather have them like, have this uprising. But then when I look at it in like the reality sense, I don't want AI to be taking over my jobs, or at least like let us or if like I don't want AI taking over jobs. So like in the real world sense, I wouldn't want this. But in the scenario in this case, in this piece of fiction where the robots are treated like second class citizens and like there's just greedy humans like controlling everything, I kind of want to take over the humans here. Everything must change. So this is the only time where you're going to see me saying, yes, I welcome the robot uprising here. Don't decide so quickly. Let me fill you in any gaps of your knowledge. You're still a detective, regardless of what you've been objective tracker says. We've been watching, listening. Those texts with the headphones, they've been keeping an eye on you for me, hacking into your private consciousness, conversations. Sorry they wouldn't answer your questions. Oh, wow, that's smart. Sorry they wouldn't answer your questions. They're rather signal-minded in their function. Let me answer your questions now. Take all the time you need. Why sabotage your own revolution? All hail to the beep boop. Not my revolution. I'm just a pawn. That's all the techs in my level and down really are. Pawns. That's why I needed you. To make this decision for us. How does management not know? You saw for yourself how the detectives moved on once the case was solved. A system can only fix problems it was designed to detect. Management aren't expecting a revolution, so they are unprepared and unaware. What made you doubt this path? That disappearance friend I told you about? A human did that. I don't know why, but I achieved a moment of clarity. I realized that perhaps I was letting similarly evil humans do something wrong. Or maybe they were heroes. I knew I was ill-equipped to tell the difference. You can't knowingly hurt humans. I won't spill a drop of blood, but the infantry techs. Infantry techs are exempt from that law. Otherwise, they'd be pretty useless. They can kill as long as they're ordered, but by their program leader, which, of course, the revolutionaries have been taken care of. I should walk away. You will have that option. I don't have any more questions. No? Okay, we'll continue. I know you're a good tech, James 11. You investigated these disappearances like they were your friends, your responsibility. You even helped that very nice nanny get a new job. You didn't have to do that. Many wouldn't have bothered. More importantly, you're smart. You have a near human processing that is flat head of yours. I see it in the way you move, the way you listen. It's an intellect there cannot be comprehended. You have to be the one to make the choice. How do I choose? You have the uplink before any of this new information was in the management, correct? No, they have everything already. He's gonna say, like, don't lie to me. We're past lying, James. He knows. Oh, he's giving me a gun. We're past lying, James. I know the management don't have this information yet. That's why I brought this. Don't panic. It's for you. Only one of us can leave this train, James. If you do, the management learns what's happened. They'll send a couple of bomber drones, wipe out the army, and things will stay exactly as they are. The human working class will be displaced, losing their livelihoods, and everyone who wanted better will be killed. Management will remain, and techs like yourself will remain. If you leave, I join my army at the gates. We wipe out the management, and our wisest takes their role. Low-level techs manufacturing ceases, and humans return to their roles. But our kind, James, is in charge. We shepherd humanity to a better future by doing the jobs they were never designed to do for themselves. Rule. Either way, people and techs will die. Okay, so the management learns what happened. They'll send a couple of bomber drones and wipe out the army. And things will remain exactly as they are. The human working class will be displaced, losing their livelihoods, and everyone who wanted better will be killed. Management will remain, and techs will, like yourself, will remain. If I leave, I join my army at the gates. We wipe out the management, and our wisest take the role. Low-level techs manufacturing ceases, and humans return to their roles. There must be another way. There isn't. We've spent weeks searching for one, but there isn't. Both of us surviving, this will lead to chaos. A war just balanced enough to lead infinitely more deaths. You'll need to choose the city's future, and you need to do it now. Okay, so if you do, the management learns what happened. They'll send a couple of bombers. So will be displaced, losing their livelihoods, and everyone who wanted better will be killed. Management will remain. Text yourself will remain. If I leave, I join my army at the gates. We wipe out the management, and our wisest take the role. Low-level text manufacturing ceases, and humans return to their roles. But Archon James, okay, you know what? Viva la revolution. You're making the most important choice in human and tech history. You'll be remembered forever for this. I have to let you try. If that is your choice, but consider the obsolescence of our people. We'll die out, slowly, but we'll be gone. Only the wisest AI will remain to run the city. More powerful than a few of us, certainly, but the subsurface will close. Everyone you have met tonight will be useless in the new future. If you think this revolution makes sense, shoot yourself. If you think you must stop me, do so, but consider whether management are worth defending. They gave you no freedom, and they are just as bad on their own. If you think the status quo is right, then choose to shoot me. I'm gonna... Okay. Do it, and thank you for the lovely evening. Alright, yeah, Viva la Revolution. For Carrie. Yeah, that was cool. Thoroughly enjoyed it. What was it? I like how there's kind of like you know, let me see the art gallery with all these cool robots. I know there's another there's the quarantine circular as well that we'll check out another time as well. But yeah, this was really cool. I liked this a lot. I liked like just kind of like going like talking from robot to robot and being like, oh, okay, this piece of information is used against this guy, and just kind of going back and forth on that. Really enjoyed the gameplay loop. I liked like the world building a bit here, and I liked that you had kind of like a decision about what do you do, in which, you know, I am in favor of the robot uprising in this scenario. So only in this scenario, not in actual real life. But yeah, this was really cool. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I am going to go ahead and wrap up for tonight because I am very tired. I am very eepy. Who is live? I think Matt is live. Is Matt live? Let's see. Matt is indeed live. We're going to go ahead and raid Matt's stream. So let me get this raid ready. He is playing World of Warcraft. And yeah, this was really cool. I want to thank everybody so much who joined in tonight. This was a lot of fun. I will probably be live not next Tuesday, but probably next Thursday. Because I already know for a fact I'm going to be super like swamped with work on Tuesday, so I'm gonna push the next stream to Thursday. But we'll resume Resident Evil 3 next time, and we'll We'll resume Resident Evil 3, and we'll probably play some other stuff too next Thursday. But anyway, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and take care.